His face on me. It's on y'all now.
Shalom, shalom. Giving all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High God. Name His Holy Son, Mashiach, Cashapp. Hallelujah.
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 Shalom, man. How you doing, Elder?
I'm doing good.
Elder is looking
Late Daniel. Okay. It's like, all I got is, I know all I got is show. All I got to do is show what the show for.
If you bring it, they will come. So the name of this class is A Single Parent Home is a Broken Home. Single parent home is a broken home. The reason why I came up with this class, I was watching Senator Tim Scott on The View, right? And someone said that I hear all the time, but it didn't click till, for whatever reason it clicked in. And they was talking about he was raised by a single parent, raised in a single parent home, right? And then it clicked. We hear that all the time, but you never hear about the ones raised with both parents. Like in the NBA, they always talk about, unless the dude father was played in the NBA, they always talk about he was raised by a single mother. He was raised by a single mother. Like this is a badge of honor for us. And it clicked like we in Babylon. So they always gonna push the opposite of what the Most High wants us to have. And that's why they keep saying it. But they mostly say it about us, like, here, you raised by a single mother, here go a badge. No, man, that ain't the way that this thing was set up from the beginning. And that's what we got to get back to. And the reason why I'm doing it, because the Pride Month, when we was in Austin, and they was having that abortion rally, you know what I'm saying? You know who was out there protesting for abortion? It was lesbians and gays.
LGBXYZ.
But who is the ones that's going to have the babies? Men and women. But you got lesbians and gays out here protesting for abortion. This means they're against life. Well, this ain't how it was set up from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Give me Genesis 1:27. Huh? We got to get back to the old ways. They always say, man, this is modern times, but modern times going to lead to death. Because modern times is not for the Most High. We got to get back to the way things used to be and how they supposed to be. Because these people is running an agenda and it's mostly set at us. They tried the Planned Parenthood, it done backfired on them so bad. Now they want to be protesting abortions, but y'all the ones set it up for us. But the Lord say we gonna multiply like the sands of the sea. You can't stop it. We baby's kids. We gonna die, we multiply. So now they're gonna try to turn our children gay. That's going completely against the family structure that which the Most High set up. Read that for me, y'all.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female.
Male and what?
It said male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the earth and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of
Hold right there. This is a commandment that the Most High gave to all people that he created. Because this was all the people that he made at one time, as the prophet said, before Adam and Eve.
That's right.
And this was a commandment of the whole earth. So every human on this planet is supposed to abide by this commandment. Read it at the GNT, y'all.
This is Genesis 1, verse 27 at the GNT. So God created human beings, making them to be like himself.
Like himself. The Most High ain't it. We made after his image, so we gonna be like him.
Right.
So he said for us to be procreated.
That's right.
Be fruitful and multiply. He didn't say do the opposite of that.
Right.
Read on.
He said to be like him. And I'm quite sure he ain't up in heaven breaking his wrist all over and talking about y'all come on now. come on, bros.
Because why, if that's the case, then why say this?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would the evidence show that we're being fruitful and multiplying? That's billions of people on this earth being fruitful and multiplying. So how can it be going the other way? How can this agenda that they pushing be right if the whole world and nature prove otherwise?
Mm-hmm.
They going against nature to do things which is unseemly. We don't not be
Recompense unto themselves. All right. He created them male and female. Verse 28 says, bless them and said, have many children. Have many children.
How can you have many children if you got the island of Lesbo? And I ain't being funny, it was an island called Lesbo. And it's all women on it. What's gonna happen in 50, 60 years? They're gonna have to die off. If you don't believe in procreating with a man. You put an island of gays on the island, 50, 100, 1,000 of them. They gonna die.
That's right.
And not gonna just die from age, they gonna die from AIDS. But that's the right way to go. To the point where you gotta make some medicine. Say, hey, take this, and you'll be undetectable. Undetectable.
Didn't say he undetectable.
We're gonna make you undetectable from that long disease. That ain't what the Lord said. Read on, Lord.
Okay. And it answers the statement. Watch this here. It said, bless them and said, have many children.
Hold on. It said, bless them.
Bless them.
You blessed to have children.
Come on.
We talk about this on the street.
Yeah.
If somebody is barren, they wishing that they can have children. Whether it's man or female. If you barren, then you wishing, you praying that you can have children. You're going to inquire of the Lord about having children. But the ones that's able to do it, blessed. A lot of people just waste it.
Yeah.
So every word in here is is profound. And what we talking about, because this is life that we talking about. None of us would be here if our parents was homosexuals.
Right. And two, you got to look at it too like this here. To prove that, especially your sisters are blessed, because Paul reiterated it when he said women should be saved in what? Childbearing. So, you that's a blessing to be able to do that. Huh?
Yeah.
That's a blessing. So he goes on and said, to have many children so that your descendants will live.
How you gonna have a descendant? You're not gonna have descendants.
That's right.
You can't have descendants if you're in that state. You got that spirit on you.
Pokemon.
I'm through.
Got that Pokemon spirit on it.
That Pikachu spirit.
Yes, sir. That your descendants will live all over the earth and bring it under their control. I am putting you in charge of the fish, the birds, and all the wild animals.
You know another problem with that? Oh, a fish. They gonna be too scared to even touch the animals.
Yeah.
You got that spirit on you, you don't even want to deal with the animals.
See stuff.
Man, it's crazy. Go ahead. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So this was a commandment that the Most High gave us from the beginning. And then when we get to our descendant Adam, let's go to Genesis 2 and 7. Read that for me, Adam.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul.
See, the difference between Adam and everybody else, Adam got the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Adam got the breath of life breathed into him, which is the laws, statutes, and commandments. So he was separated, he was holy than everybody else. The Most High was dealing with him when he wasn't dealing with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But he still, see, people take the blessings the wrong way. The Most High blessed me with a blessing.
That's right.
He blessed everybody to have children. But then when it comes to certain blessings and promises, he only gave to a certain people. And that's why the rest of the world got a problem with us. That's what our people don't understand. We have been given things that other people have been given. We're not mad at what they get. Are we going to tear down their communities and their nationalities because we mad at what the Lord gave them? No. But they're mad at what the Most High gave us. And there lies the problem. Bring it up.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 14. What should we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? As we say, hell no. Yah forbids, okay? For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then, it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. So it's saying here that really God does what he want to do when he want to do it. Who can stop it? You know what I'm saying? Who can stop it? You know, he said, can the clay say to the potter, why maketh me this thus? You know what I'm saying? It don't work that way.
It don't work that way. Hold what we got. Give me 2nd Ezra 3 and verse 5, so we can get an understanding of that breath of life. And then we gonna start understanding why they want to tear our family system down as opposed to everybody else. Because it's that separation that the Most High made between us and everybody else. That's why they got whole books and literature committed to breaking up the Black, Hispanic, and Native American families. Read that out.
2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 5. And gave us a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee. And thou leddest him to paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forth. And unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointest death in him and his generation, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds out of number.
Read on.
And every people walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before thee, and despised thy commandments.
See, that's the difference. He gave Adam the breath of life, which is the law, statutes, commandments. And he was supposed to teach the people, just like the Israelites. But when he transgressed the law, because of Eve listening to Eve, like we do today, then we went off. And everybody went off. Cain went off. And everybody after Cain went off. And that's the whole story of the Bible. It's supposed to be one people that's supposed to be being the light to the world. It's supposed to teach the other people how to serve the Most High. But if those people go off, then the whole earth is out of course. That's what was from the beginning. That's what's going on right now. That's why we have to get things back in order the way that the Most High set it up to be. So we got the breath of life now. And we supposed to keep the laws. We don't do away with the laws. We establish the laws. You know what I'm saying? We understand. Let me get an understanding. Grace that we are under, because it took me a long time to really understand. The Lord said, this is a detour right quick. He told us to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments in the land, whether we go to possess. Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it.
Where you say to do it?
To do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Read on.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes, and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Read on.
For what nation is thus so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for?
Read.
And what nation is thus so great, that has statutes and judgment, so righteousness as all this law, which I set before you this day?
Keep reading.
Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest thou depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons, especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children.
Right there. We supposed to be teaching our children. And they supposed to be teaching their children. This was from the time of Adam. The key is, when we on our land, we can do this. And we're supposed to do this. And we'll be a nation of people, right? And also, if somebody broke these laws, we implement judgment. So if somebody was a homosexual and they broke that law, they were supposed to get death. That was the punishment, right? Can we do that here in America? No. So what's that called? Grace. Because we messed up. Like Christ said, he who is without sin cast the first stone. You can't cast a stone if you in sin. Right. We all in sin. Because we ain't going back to Jerusalem 3 times a year. Because we can't. Because we in captivity and somebody else got a home there. So what are we doing? We are rehearsing the righteous acts while in captivity. We are under grace. Or else, a lot of stuff that we did from our birth, we probably already been put to death. That's how you know the difference, though. If we was in our homeland, we can implement what we need to implement to stay in order with the Most High as a nation. Right. And the other nations will see us and see, it's a wise and understanding people. We are scattered abroad here in Babylon, rehearsing the righteous acts. Why are we judging each other so hard when none of us is doing everything the Most High told us to do? We can't even get along. And where it starts at is with our family structure. We have to stop hating each other just because we have a disagreement. That's Deuteronomy 28 and 54.
That's right. That's right.
Matter of fact, get Deuteronomy 28 and 54. See, we can't blame nobody but ourselves in every aspect of our life. The white man is just the tool the Most High used to whoop us. And we all know that as long as we ain't been out here running these streets, they ain't had no dealings with us. It's mostly been our own people. I couldn't even begin to tell a lie. The Edomite don't even want to deal with me right now. I'm saying that.
I know. And this book right here, the letter of Willie Lynch, he tells us how he took and formed us to where our wives have become the greatest weapon against us. Willie Lynch, he made it perfectly clear, and it's gonna come out today out of this book, how he used the woman to do everything, and a lot of it was implemented in the 60s. That's when the brews came, or a little bit after that, the brews came out, the elders came out, and start bringing out how we're the chosen people of Israel, because all this stuff was happening to us. It was happening to us, so.
And they right. People are still under Willie Lynch right now. They don't even know they've been programmed. And you know, whenever you get to touching on stuff in this Bible and people start getting uncomfortable, that's when you got to examine yourself. I just had to realize I still hold a grudge against a brother from when I was in the 9th grade. I ain't lying, I just realized it today. Deacon, brother, I acknowledge my offenses.
You ain't repented in all these years.
His name came up and I thought about it, I was like, man, and some bad thoughts came out, I said, I need to repent. I ain't lying. It's still be there. We still in Babylon.
Yeah.
I ain't finna lie. I'm not finna lie.
That's right.
Ain't none of this stuff easy living in Babylon. This is not our place of rest. It's meant to be like this. So the Most High can see who really want to come back to him. Right. So if we start getting uncomfortable about stuff that we hear, that we know we done did it, or we know we do it, then that's when we need to check our spirits. That's why I was telling people out in the street, if we talking about homosexuality and you getting comfortable, you might need to check yourself. If we talking about women and things that they do, and you get uncomfortable, you might need to check yourself. If we talk about men and things that we do, we might need to check ourselves. Not might, we do. Because that's the only way we're going to overcome this. But we still got to forgive one another, and we still got to have understanding because we are in Babylon. Ain't now one of us comfortable here. And if we are, something wrong. If we comfortable here, I don't care if you were born in Dallas, Texas, and been here your whole life. If you comfortable here, something wrong. Something wrong. Because this stuff ain't set up for us. And that's what we going through. We single parent homes. We shouldn't have no single parent home. Because it should be like the ways of old. We should be courting each other. Men should be coming to the door for our daughters, asking for their hand in marriage. We should have a say-so in it. Women shouldn't go out here trying to find a dude on their own because their daddy should be able to vet these dudes because we know what they're about. Mothers should be able to vet these women because they know what they're about. Families should be involved. We should know about this family right here. What kind of family this is? What kind of family is this?
Right.
We should get back to doing dowries. This is how we used to live. And it meant more. Now it don't mean nothing. Somebody go out, fornicate with somebody, have a baby, even if they get married to them, they don't even like them because they don't even know what God they even serve. That should be the first question we should ask. What God you serve? Who's your God? I'm serious. You get with somebody, find out they don't even believe in God. Oh, you know, I did with that one, a little witchcraft. What? I practice yoga, I'm a Buddhist. Yeah. All this type of stuff you find out later on. Or if y'all know you serve the Most High, that window wouldn't be there. Because somebody might dabble in something later on. But you'll know, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and we don't get down like that.
That's right. That's right.
Man and woman. No, I don't get down like that. I ain't gonna be able to do that. Because that's what the Lord put up for us, parameters. Said, nope, don't have no dealings with no witch. He told us straight up. That's right. Don't deal with no witches, no necromancers, no charmers. Right. So if you even deal with, I can't deal with you. Don't deal with no pagans. Don't deal with this stuff. He telling us. So you know which way we need to go with the Most High. But all this other stuff, no. That's what Babylon is about.
And too, Dick mentioned something. He said, what he said is really was a two-point statement. This place is not designed for us to succeed. It's designed for our failure.
Exactly.
So it's a two-part thing on there. It's for them to succeed, but for us to fail. Because they want to keep us in sin. The longer we in sin, the better it is for them. Yep. That's all they want to do. And then when Christ come back, however many of them they can take with them. And see, we into these Christian stories, you know what I'm saying? And this Christian story tells us how Satan coming back to get those that's in the world.
He already got them.
He already got them. So how can he make them fall with him?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's the Israelites. And that devil is a deceiver. The deceiver is the so-called white man on the planet today. The Bible identifies him everywhere.
Look,
right here.
Lucifer is the adversary of our salvation. Yahushua is the captain of our salvation. So the Most High made Israelites, the devil made niggas. Straight up. This is what we got to get away from. This is the programming for an Israelite. This is the programming for a nigga. It's simple as that. We have to, where the hell is the book? Read that scripture out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Which he's what?
Which he shall lead.
So if I get to I hate my brother, it's gonna spill on to my woman, which is gonna spill on to my children. Let me see something. Here, making of a Negro. Okay, page 8 of the Widow Lynch, right? Let's see here. Oh, page 7. So the key is to break the brothers up, right? Page 7 of the Widow Lynch. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies.
On his modest what?
Plantation, modest.
Let you know he dealing with slaves.
And it's huge. If he says modest, you know, my little old plantation.
Yeah.
You know, not much.
Ain't much.
200 acres, you know. In the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South.
Couple thousand niggas.
Yeah, a couple thousand niggas, you know. Take these simple lists of, and this was making me angry about brothers. Hey, they told you what they're gonna do. Take this simple little list of differences. Y'all got a different color on with me. That's a problem. You older than me, that's a problem. You darker than me, that's a problem. You lighter than me, that's a problem. You northern kingdom, I'm southern kingdom, that's a problem. You stay over here, I stay over here, that's a problem. Man, what the heck? Simple little list of differences. On top of my list is age. But it's only there because it starts with a name. They say we do flip on down and just pick a letter out of these niggas. You know what I mean? I'm only starting with age because it started with A. Look, the second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, status on the plantation, attitude of the owners, whether the slaves live in the valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of actions. But before that, I will assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulteration, respect or admiration. This is sick. Because we doing this as Israelites, man. Brothers calling brothers purple efforts and all this stuff. And man, this is right here. So they say turn the brother against brother. Read Deuteronomy 28:54 again now.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
So find the softest one. The weakest minded one, and go tell him something.
One that's under protection.
Under protection.
His
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
He going because it say envy is stronger than admiration, respect. Adulteration, respect or admiration. Read on.
And towards the wife of his bosom.
Then he's a hater, right? A hater don't hate on everybody. You looking at that nigga? Oh, man. Yeah, you staring at it too long. Then, because he's a hater.
Yeah.
He's insecure. He's a hater. Now he gonna turn on and walk.
Yeah.
Because a strong man, a confident man, ain't even worried about none of that. Ain't worried about his woman. Look, what's she doing? Oh, she doing something? No. But an envious man, a very tender and delicate man, he's going to do that. He ain't going to lay his hands on his woman. I caught you looking at that nigga.
They said a jealous man can't work.
Can't even go to work.
Can't go to work.
Read on.
And toward the remnant of his children.
Now it's going to spill out on his children, because if you're doing that to the mother, the children going to see this stuff, man, and it's going to spill out on the children. You got to go. You got to, now you done left the house. Now it's gonna do what? Lead the woman to have to raise the children. Because this is what I know. We all under curses. Every last one of us, man, woman, and child.
Gone.
And we got to stick this stuff out together, man. It's hard. It's hard in Babylon. But the Lord put us together. Our families together. We didn't make the families. We didn't choose our parents. Our children didn't choose us. The Most High put it all together. We have to overcome this stuff. And we got to trust in the Lord, the Most High God. That's what this is all about. Because trust. Mm-hmm. What that girl say yesterday? Oh, you weren't here.
No, I wasn't.
Sorry, sister said.
Y'all missing that, man. Y'all missing that. The late thing.
The sister said she didn't believe in God.
Yep.
Now, why would she say that? Because why would she? She probably ain't have a father.
Right.
Because we, the men of the Lord, that's supposed to be leading our people to the Lord. She already knew Christianity was garbage. Now she's sitting in the void. I bet she believes in the Lord now. Yep. She thought this was a white man book and everything. We got the right scripture for you. Because ain't no white man ever been called a nigger. So,
God, man.
we got the right scripture for you. They put it in the book.
Matter of fact, it's in the Bible too. Listen.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We got it in the Bible, but then we got a book called The Making of a Slave, where they call us nigger. So, oh, they doing in slavery? Oh, they in slavery? Okay, let's put them in. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop the madness and let's realize where we at. We in Babylon in slavery, in captivity, because of our disrespect, first and foremost, of the Most High God, and our disobedience of the commandments, which are not grievous at all.
Right.
If we put the Most High first, we won't have to worry about nothing. I'm not just talking about walk by faith, not by sight. I'm seriously talking like, you know how you do that fall back, the trust. That's how the Most High wants you to do it.
And now the deacons in the kitchen team, now they just let the people fall backward now. They let them fall out to show that they really in the spirit. I mean, Christian church is messing our people heads up, man.
Right. Read on up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 55, so that he in which he shall lead, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left in him in the siege, and in straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
All right there. Now this is twofold, because it actually was in the siege. They was eating the children. Mm-hmm. But here in Babylon, how many brothers? I know brothers who quit working so they won't pay child support. As if that's gonna stop the child support. That's not gonna stop the child support. It's just gonna make it increase on how much you owe and how much longer you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah, we don't need to see no short hand.
You don't want to let the kids eat. Now I got trusting brothers up in here.
Yeah.
Because everybody know I understand.
Yeah.
What you gonna run for? You the
Ain't
one
no way
that
to run.
And you ain't gonna make no money. They gonna keep stopping your money.
Yeah.
So you might as well go on take care of them. Because you got a vindictive woman, she ain't gonna stop no way.
And what happens to your vehicle break down right before you get your income tax check. And then you gonna plan on that income tax check, and where's it gonna go?
They ain't playing, man. That's part of the curses, man.
God.
That's part of our curses. We want to run around here listening to Esau and fornicating and being Hugh Hefner. Then we gonna pay the consequences.
Sure.
So it's gonna be a baby mama. If we don't do it the right way, we're gonna have baby mamas and we're gonna have child support. That's what we got. That's our punishment. That's part of the punishment.
Yeah.
So yeah, they ain't gonna get to eat in the siege because there ain't gonna be nothing for you to eat.
Right.
Man, I'm working for nothing. Yeah. We all got our cross to bear.
And on top of that, they'll send you to jail. You're gonna do time, and then you're gonna come back out, and you still got to pay.
Yeah.
So
They show you that it's a scam, man, and then they
It's a lose-lose situation.
They take the money that they take from you and hustle it first before the woman even get the money.
Come on.
Flip it 3 times.
They done flipped it.
Yeah, they making that interest off that thing and flipping that thing.
Right.
So they using us again as an apparatus to make money off of.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and be a nigga. Don't marry your woman.
Don't marry.
We got you.
We got you. We good.
Yeah, we gonna get your
See, here's the
taxes.
scripture right here say,
Yeah.
say y'all making marriages and all that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
ain't prepared. Yeah, they're gonna use the stuff against you.
It's this is Baruch 3:8, real quick. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. Subject to payments, taxes, child support, and whatever else.
And what the Edomites, going to jail for child support?
State tax, federal tax.
Liens. This ain't no joke, man. So you know we in captivity. We can't even get out the hole.
Can't get out the hole, bro.
Because it say because of iniquities. Because of iniquities. But check this out. Tell me I'm lying. You get with your woman, y'all get married, you have a child, get a child income tax credit. Things start moving up slowly but surely.
Things start looking good.
Yeah, slowly but surely, things start improving for the family. Every year. You may have to buy your car that year. Next year, you make no more money, get your income tax credit, boom. You may move in a little better house. Instead of 1 bedroom, you're in a 2 bedroom. Move up 3 years, sister get to go to work, child getting ready to go to school. You know what I'm saying? You know life. But when we do it the wrong way, how can you do that? Now you done figured out, man, I need to be with a good woman. You over here trying to take care of her, but 25% of your check going over here.
That's right.
Then you start listening to what the old man said, it's cheaper to keep. It's cheaper to keep. Now I see what they was talking about.
It makes sense now.
Makes sense. Cheaper to keep.
Most eyes, no my eyes.
Man, if we just listen to the Most High, we gonna be all right.
God.
So what our hope is that every generation can start getting better than the one before. Instead of us suffering from the iniquities of our fathers, our children can start getting the blessings of their fathers, from their fathers. See, our people think that having some money here in America is all that. But what I have seen is when the people get the money, one generation go by, these kids spoiled as hell. And they like, one generation went by. LeBron grew up in Cleveland, Akron, Ohio, with a single mother. And he's super rich. Kids got both parents, and now they don't have no idea of what a struggle is. I believe you gotta have some sort, make them go through a struggle. I want mine to go through a struggle. Manufacture a struggle. Go to college and don't give them nothing.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Just so you can get that struggle in you, because you will appreciate it. That's what the Most High doing for us right now. He's making us go through a struggle. Because we do it, when he just gave it to us, we squandered it. We didn't appreciate it. But now that we got the struggle to get it back, we're gonna appreciate it. Go ahead, Austin.
I was told, hard times make strong men, easy time makes weak men.
Yeah. And that's when we was in a siege. You think we wasn't weak? We over here bickering about nothing, arguing with each other. White man creep right in. Let's separate these niggas. We taking Jerusalem. Because we fighting. We were being very tender and delicate. That's in our records. We doing all this infighting. They done messed around, put a hair out over us. What? How can you put a white man over a black people and call him king? Because we over here tripping. Just like right now. Joe Biden, 157 years old, falling off tabernacles, falling off of bikes. Jim Crow, Sleepy Joe. And they still going out there voting for him.
And then you got what's the other clown name?
Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Dummy Trump. Dummy Trump going down the ramp, about to fall, talking about, yeah, it was really pouring down rain out there that day. And when they showed it, no, I said, what is? And these are the people that they putting over us. Why? Because they want to keep them same old heads that's been mastering this Edomite lifestyle over us. That's who they keeping up in there. Cause like he said, how old is Joe Biden? 157 years old. What? I mean, you don't even remember his own name. Over there shaking hands with people ain't even over there.
That's how wicked America. Oh man, the woman been dead. He asking for dead people. Why is they propping this dude up? Look at where we living at. This the beacon, the city on the hill. Joe Biden is dead. They just propping him up.
Yeah.
And he got the nerve to say he's running again. He can't even do no appearances.
Sticking a stick behind him when he
Instead of follow. This stuff is sick, man. We stuck in a loop of idiots. We got Donald Trump, who got 157 indictments right now. People running against them won't even bring it up because they so dirty. Pitts can't say nothing.
Can't say a word.
So DeSantis can't say nothing. How I'm running against a dude who is guilty and I won't say nothing. Because I want his crazy votes. Then you got the other side, Joe Biden. And they don't even want to run Kamala Harris with him. This is a joke, man. We living in a joke of a place, man. The Congress voting for gay rights, but they supposed to be straight. Can't be. You can't have a bunch of men that's supposed to be straight, men and women that's supposed to be straight, but then we passing gay bills. That means there's something else going on. But we ain't supposed to see none of this.
Maybe might be some of them in the closet.
It is. How is, just tell me this. It takes a whole color of people to get a Black History Month, right? That's actually been through something in this country. It's been in the shortest month. But we've been in slavery in this place. And then you got a bunch of people who ain't been through nothing, but because of their sexual orientation that go against the Most High, they got more power than everybody. When this country wouldn't even accept homosexuals being out the closet openly.
That's right.
All the way up until the 1950s and 60s. It was still laws against it. But now all of a sudden, 50 years later, they running stuff? Come on, man. And our people just
They used to hide like they somewhere selling drugs or something, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't do it openly. But now, it's flamboyant. It's like every hotel we go to. All the smell is flamboyant. So all this stuff is wide open now. You can do what you want to do in Babylon.
the straight people, the minority.
Yeah.
You better not say nothing. Look, I'm serious. How did, what's that woman, Amour?
Yeah,
I'm saying that.
Christine, I'm a whore. I mean, I'm a whore.
She talking to the Ugandan president.
Mm-hmm.
And he telling her, we ain't dealing with that stuff. That ain't in our culture, our heritage, we don't want no parts of it. And you know what this woman said? You're gonna get in trouble. You know you're gonna get in trouble for that. You're gonna get in trouble.
And then the next president, she goes to him and says, well, you know, President so and just a lie on the other guy, you know, just to try to, well, I don't care what nobody said. Right now, that ain't on our issue.
Same thing.
That we ain't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? But they try to force and push this agenda upon
president.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Homosexuals even try to push their agenda up on straight people. You're not gonna make me accept something that I'm against. I'm just sorry.
I thought this was America.
I wouldn't care if it was Cucamonga or wherever. It just don't make me no different. I ain't with it.
But we gonna roll with the Most High.
Yeah.
And that's how you know when these people say, one nation under God, that they not talking about the God of the Bible.
That's right.
They not talking about the Most High God, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh. They are just not. They are talking about Satan himself.
Right.
He the one gonna accept everything and everybody that's doing and worshiping anything. The Most High ain't accepting that. His first commandment is don't put no other gods before me. So he ain't never say, whatever God you serving, we can all come up under one umbrella. Like the Catholic Church. But the feeling that our people want to be is, we want to be one.
Mm-hmm.
God loves everybody. No, he don't.
But they God love everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They God love everybody. Because I heard, let me say this, I heard an old man say this one time, man. He said, G-O-D for America. Gold, oil, and drugs. That's all it is. That's their God. Because that's all they push over here, right? They want everybody's all, right? They want to go and do all this killing people down in Mexico and stuff and then holler. It was the cartel, right? But they the ones who funding the cartel to get the drugs over here, right? Huh? So this is what these people do. And they go over to Africa and take all the gold. Am I right?
That's right.
Have you seen a black man with a jewelry store over here?
Nope.
In America? Have you seen an African with a jewelry store in America? Ain't nobody got the jewelry store but the Edomites.
And the Chinese.
And them slang chains.
And the Mexican Arab look like.
Oh yeah, Arab, yeah. But they all
They
the
all
same people.
yeah.
They all the same
stuff.
people. Every wife you work for one, go on there and do what you got to do. Take back what they did. Go on, bring that out.
Deuteronomy 28 and 56.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you.
Hold up.
Women is tender too.
You lying to me. Read it again.
Not the tender woman.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground of delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Oh, right there. This is a byproduct of the curses. It's some horrible women out here.
Yes, it is.
It's some despicable women out here. It's women who will leave their children to go have a good time in another city. Just leave them. Abandon them. That's the word.
That crack.
Abandon. And I ain't even talking about one strung out on crack. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
I'm talking about women who just abandon their children. Hold this to Esau and step out on their men. Who helped destroy the family structure? This is the curses, man. When we don't be in order the way things supposed to be, this is the things that gonna happen. It's either gonna be the man, it's either gonna be the woman, or it's gonna be the child. When we don't do things the right way.
Let me tell you how cold-blooded it is. I have a friend here, okay, in Dallas, but he's actually from Muskogee in Oklahoma. Now, he's here playing, that Christian music in the churches all over. This brother, his wife left him with all the kids. There's about 4 kids, 3 boys and 1 girl. She came back probably about 6 months later, took it in the court, judge honored in her favor, and gave her the kids. She walked out. I'm over there trying to show her brother how to cook. You know what I'm saying? And then she walks out, but she comes back and takes the kids from him with the judge read it in her favor.
And this society is gonna go along with it.
Right.
It's gonna go along with it. It don't want us to be working together to train up a child in the way that they should go.
Right.
Because that's what this is all about. Remember he kept saying, teach thy sons, and thy sons, and thy sons' sons.
Yes.
Because we train up a child in the way that they should go when we do that. But if they can turn, give me Isaiah 3:12. If they can turn a woman against the man, like I said, a woman has the power. And this goes vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But a woman has the power to give her husband heaven or hell. Whenever she decides to. I've seen it my whole life. You can decide to give him heaven for the rest of his life, or you can decide to give him hell for the rest of his life, if he chooses to go through that. But if we love each other, we want all of us to be in the state of heaven. But these psychological issues, we gotta make people go back and forth. 1 minute they good, 1 minute they not. 1 minute they good, 1 minute they got it. And that's because a lot of us been through so much stuff that all of us got a case of PTSD.
On that.
Some people got a case of a shot of Stockholm syndrome. Some of us got, it's been a lot of things happen to us. But what we need to do is not concentrate on those things, but be grateful for what the Most High brought us through. Because all you gotta do is look back times of slavery, Jim Crow. These people really was disrespected. Now it's mostly us disrespecting each other. See, it was meant to make us stay closer together. But when the 60s came with the civil rights movement, that moved us further apart. They was making us stay close by dealing with us the way they were. Then they, it go to Babylon, Nimrod, we all one people stuff, we need to be equal. That is the downfall every single time. You read through the Bible from the times of Nimrod. We not to be with the rest of the world.
That's right.
We're not to be holding hands, we are the world with everybody. We are to be the people that's over here separate, looking at everybody crazy. That's why they hate us, because that's whenever we do it. Let me tell you something, Esau can't stand when we won't include him in our stuff. He can say, no colors. He can go to South Africa and tell them people that they can't come into his stuff in their country. He got the nerve to do that. But the moment you tell Esau, see, Moab don't care.
But I thought they thought that the church is for everybody. Christ is for everybody.
No, not their church.
Not in Africa.
No.
They said in Africa they can't even go into
Not our
the church.
cool
White church.
Esau got some nerve.
Boy.
But excluding
Right.
him. Moab don't care if you don't include him in your stuff.
That's right.
Ishmael don't care if you don't include
That's
him.
right.
Ham don't care if you don't include him in your stuff. But Esau care. As long as you're doing some riffraff, and he can look, they still messed up. But the moment that you're doing something right, and they can't be involved, it's a problem. It's a problem.
So why you trying to clean your life up?
Yeah. No whites allowed. Y'all reverse racist. What the hell is a reverse racist? But everybody else can do their own stuff.
That's right.
You can have Chinatown. I don't even know where the Arabs live in Dallas. I couldn't tell you to save my life. Where do the Arab people live? I know where the Indian people live at Las Colinas. You can find them in the urbs.
Sure can. A lot of them. But the Arabs, they
I don't know where they
balling. They balling.
Where they live?
They live in all of them. All of them.
Big time money.
Big time money.
Well, boy, they got big time money. We got Bin Laden money. You don't know where they live.
On the nigga budget.
Where the Asian people live? Boy, I saw an Asian live in Pleasant Grove, I almost lost my mind. They muscle folk. They the exception. I don't know where they live at. Don't even really care. Don't know where the Arabs live at, where the Ethiopians live at. They all somewhere with the white man. Ham chases the white man. Wherever the white man live at, that's where he want to live at.
Yeah.
You know where the niggas live at.
Is this black ass nigga, he white?
Yeah.
I ain't getting that confused.
But we can't do nothing on our own. Because why? They know when we start doing our stuff, they know the history of it. Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Rosewood, everywhere we'd have been at, they'd have tore it down.
Successful, striving area.
Because when we working together, we will build something quicker than everybody else.
That's right.
How you come, name me another people that came out of slavery and recouped and got their stuff together faster than the black people. They were like, oh no, we keep letting them do this, they're gonna surpass us. That's right.
Same way in Egypt.
Same way in Egypt. They gotta keep us down, and it starts with the family structure. What I got you, read that from me, y'all.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 20. And for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over
And
them.
who ruled over?
And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
This is directly out of the book of Willie Lynch. But our people don't want to listen. The women don't want to listen. The men don't want to listen. Stop being idle. If we be the men that we're supposed to be and take care of our families, then we strong men. And the women gonna follow us. But, and I admit it, for a long time, because I didn't know. Just because you're of age don't mean you're a grown man. If you still doing little boy stuff, then she gonna treat you like a little boy. That's why when brothers come into this truth and they start being men, it's a culture shock. When this nigga playing the game all day and smoke weed, kicking it with his homeboy, then he switched and turned into a man of the Lord. And it's a power struggle. Because that's the way it was set up. We didn't know. We listening to the music, watching the videos, trying to imitate the stuff, and all they doing is teaching us. For instance, how old is Lil Wayne? Almost 40. Look how he dressed. Grown man. You can't even describe how he dressed, because he just wearing all types of crazy stuff. And they try to say it's fashion. This little kid stuff, man. I ain't no Jay-Z fan like that, but I know this. First, Jay-Z was wearing jerseys and stuff like that, and then at a certain point in his life, he switched up, he started wearing suits. He adjusted. And that's just a carnal way of looking at it, but mentally, that's the type of stuff you do when you become a man. You stop doing little boy stuff. I had since I don't play the game no more. I'm trying to do business. I ain't knocking nobody who play the game, but I ain't got enough time. I'm trying to have some things. When you a man, you trying to get some land, we trying to farm, we trying to get some animals, we trying to build something as a man. But when we little boys, we wasting time. I wasted so much time that you cannot get back. Because we following somebody else.
That's right.
So us as the men, if we lead by example and quit letting the women lead, then she gonna follow us if we're doing right though. That's the whole thing. We have to do right, and women are scared to follow these men. Nah, I don't blame them. Because if they not following the Lord, they not gonna do right. If we didn't fear the Most High, we wouldn't be doing right. That's
right.
why the first step of being accepted to Him is the fear of the Lord. That's why I tell anybody, if anybody is a true worshiper of the Most High and a real man of the Lord, he gonna fear the Most High. And you can trust that man right there, because he don't want to get his tail torn.
That's right.
And after Willie Lynch, it says on page 21, we breed two, now look how they talk about us. 2 nigga males and 2 nigga females. Then we wonder why we call ourselves niggas. Then we take the nigga males away from them and keep them moving and working. We send them to jail, or we let them kill each other. We put drugs in the community, make them fight over it. We put guns in the community. We start up gangs. Say the nigger female bear is a nigger. Man, I ain't finna keep saying this. Say the female bear is a female and the other bear is a male. Both females being without influence of the male image, frozen with an independent psychology. See, that's what our people ain't understanding. We think we doing something on our own, whether it's of the Most High or whether it's of the devil. Whatever programming you up under, you got to recognize it. If we doing things like this, thinking we independent, none of us is independent of each other.
That's right.
None of us is independent of each other. Matter of fact, I ain't even get that out of give me Genesis 2 and 18. So we can show we ain't even supposed to be independent. Because that independence, that I'll do it on my own mentality, that's a nigga mentality. Read that for me, y'all.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone.
What? Hold on. The man ain't supposed to be alone. You ever think about it, you see somebody, man, they alone. Why they man alone?
That's why it hurts so bad when they put us out.
Read all that.
I will make him a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the earth, and brought forth them unto Adam to see what he would call them.
Drop to 21 now.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 21. And the Lord God said, and the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made him a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh.
Is what up?
Bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. Shall she be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Read on.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
And they shall be what?
And they shall be one flesh.
And they shall be what?
And they shall be one
What?
flesh.
So how the hell is somebody independent? How do we got independent females? When they part of our race, our species. Because of this right here, man. All of our people need to see this. So they can see how programmed we are. They said that they put Frozen with an independent psychology will raise their offsprings into reverse positions. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like her, independent, and negotiable. We negotiate with her, through her, by her, and negotiate her at will. Who vote do they say they need around her?
Woman vote.
Black woman vote. The black woman vote.
I rest my case. Who getting grants in a specific group? We gotta go to the minority group. But ain't it a separate group for women? So if you're a black woman minority, this is a whole separate category. Jeremiah 31.
Hold on. Let me hit this real fast. Bring that Genesis, because it's going to run right in. Genesis 3 and 14.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 14. And the Lord God said unto the serpent.
Said unto Joel Osteen.
Said unto the serpent.
Said unto T.D. Jakes.
Said unto the serpent.
Read.
Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Read.
And I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Somewhere the women has got to stop listening to other doctrine. They got to stop. I don't give a darn if it's the government or it's one of these wicked ass pastors. You got to stop listening to this philosophy. Read on.
And between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Read on.
Until the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
You bring forth what?
And bring forth children.
Now why do women hurt so much? Why do they? Now look here. If you know for a fact that the Most High has caused great pain to come upon you, even in childbirth, why do you still rebel? I can't ask you men that because y'all ain't having no children. Y'all ain't having no pain. But you are going through something and the Most High bring it out. Read on.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
It should be toward his best friend.
To thy husband.
No, to T.D. Jakes.
To thy husband.
Read.
and he shall rule over thee.
He said, no, you don't supposed to rule over your wife.
That requires submission.
Huh?
Somebody got submission. That's a cuss word.
That's a cuss word. But what did the Most High say? You should do what?
And he shall rule over
You
thee.
should rule over her, and if you let her rule over you, that's where it gets off. That's where it goes back to the Willie Lynch. Huh? That's where it goes right back to it. Read on.
And unto Adam he said,
What did he say to that knucklehead?
because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife,
Because you listened to your wife and you didn't listen to me, what happened?
and he has eaten of the tree
Uh-huh.
of which I command thee,
Uh-huh.
saying,
Hold up, wait a minute. No, he commanded Eve.
I commanded thee.
He commanded thee. He commanded Adam. So when Eve ate from the tree, that's the reason why nothing happened when she took on the philosophy. But when Adam took on the philosophy, things began to happen. Punishments was given. Read on.
Saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
And hold up right there. And that's the reason why we end up getting 40 hours, stood up 40 acres, and we the damn mules. That's the reason why. Right there. Read on. Go ahead.
Because like I'm saying, it's an order to this thing.
That's right.
See, sisters don't go through a lot of stuff brothers go through. There's a lot of sisters that ain't went to prison. It's a lot of sisters that ain't been shot. It's a lot of sisters that ain't sold dope. It's a lot of sisters who ain't been jumped. Who when brothers rebel against the Most High, it's things that happen to us. That's why brothers be quicker to repent and come to the Most High, because we don't want another buck whoop. But that does not mean sisters is excluded from a buck whoop.
That's right.
Because it's a pecking order to this thing. 1 Corinthians 11:3.
Bring that up.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. So that means even the Most High said if Christ had sinned against him, he was going to punish him. If we sin against the Most High, we get punished. And the same for our sisters. I don't know why sisters think they're void of getting a whooping. Because if we rebel against the powers that be, we rebelling against the Most High. So if we rebel against the Most High, we gonna get dealt with.
That's right.
So if y'all go against us, you gonna get dealt with. Their sisters is missing that point. Because it affects the children too.
That's right.
That's what this is all about. Back in the day, man, if your parents did not get married and you were born, then you're a bastard. So I'm a bastard. That was a shameful thing.
I would be a bastard.
Because it's about your heritage. Our heritage is the laws of life. So that's what this is all about. Remember it says teach your sons. If you cut off the heritage of the father, then you cut them off from who they are. That's how we're in this situation now. That's what this whole thing, well, everything we talked about, it leads up to that right there. To cut us off from our heritage. So if we disrupt the family structure, we separate the father from the home, then we cut off the heritage of the child. And our heritage is the children of Israel, the children of the Most High God, Yah. That's what our heritage is.
Yep.
That's what they stopped us from passing down to our children. And they brought us over here butt naked, with no fringes on. And they separated the husband and wife from each other, the mother and father from the children. That's what they doing now. We gotta stop falling for this stuff. We love each other. We gotta stop listening to Esau. He is not our friend.
Not.
You even know if a chocolate covered Edomite, play that role. Chocolate covered Edomite's worse.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. The whole time they trying to stab you in the back. I'm here for you. We're the same people. No, we not.
We're not.
Because why? The only reason I know, because they showed who their father was.
That's right.
And everything made sense. This is what we dealing with at the job. You messed around and showed me who your father was. Yeah, you look like us. But you showed me who your father is. Now I know how to deal with you. Now I know how to deal with you. You ain't for me. The Lord say never trust thine enemies. It's a true statement. Because I don't care if they're chocolate covered Edomite, they still. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is crazy. Person look like us. They father Edomite. And it shows in their actions. And the whole time, no, I'm for my people. I'm for my people. But the only person I got a problem with is you. Thank you for showing me who your heritage is. That's the same thing we got to do for our children. We got to show who our heritage is. So men, we have to step up and represent our heritage and show the women that we serious. Because one thing a woman ain't going to do is play. Because she going to play you however you trying to play her.
That's it. That's it. That's true. Real true.
Go ahead,
I want to bring this precept out. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 35. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husband.
No, I got to go to Bishop James. I'm finna go see what Joel Osteen's saying.
He said ask their husband.
Ask who?
Ask their husband.
Where is he at?
At home.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
No. Go pull up somebody else. Watch somebody else. And then listen to them. So we can have conflict at the house.
Yeah.
But it all hinders on the man.
That's it.
So sisters, please believe us. If we messed up in the past, please believe we ain't know no better. Because once you get your butt tore up by the Most High, boy, ooh-wee, like, hold up now, I ain't playing with you this time. I'm dead serious.
And then the when you go mess up and the Most High put that ass whooping on you, then who got to put the methylate on you? He got to take you right back to
For the younger generation, that's when the Lord come get some straight.
Yes,
Get some straight.
That's right. That's right.
Why you think why he deal with us harsh?
That's it.
Because it start with us.
That's right.
We got the power to get this thing back in order. But that's why I don't like to see men playing with this word.
Gone.
It's people's lives at stake. You can drive somebody away from this truth playing with this truth, man. And that blood gonna be on your hand. Because some people is tender and delicate. And some people will put, if this person did it to them, they gonna take it out on the whole truth. And they ain't strong enough to separate the two. Because it is people, if you done been taken advantage of, no, man, you ain't, man, it hurt for people to take advantage of you. We all have been taken advantage of. I mean, you get to a point where you put your guard up, and there might be somebody who really for you, but you've been hurt so much and they won't let their guard down because they've been scarred so much.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to think about, man. You don't know what nobody has been through. You don't know what kind of life somebody had. But you just think about you. You may be strong enough. I'm strong enough. I done been stabbed in the back 1,000 times. Now I got a turtle shell. What?
Damn.
But some people ain't strong enough. So we got to deal with these scriptures the way Christ would deal with it with our people.
Yeah.
And he wasn't yelling at our people because he understood that. He understood the pain and the trauma that we done been through. And our fathers and mothers went through. And their fathers and mothers went through. That's why we got to put on Christ. That's what Christ was showing us this whole time. You dealing with a hurt people. You dealing with people who mothers left, who fathers left, who grew up in single parent homes. I'm not knocking single parent homes because this is stuff that happens when we fornicate and go and commit a iniquity. But I'm not finna sit here and let the white man glorify it because the people that they glorify, yeah, it was a black person, but it was Tim Scott.
Yeah.
A Republican, a black Republican, who they don't give no credit to. And then you got a bunch of black people who getting paid money. They work for them. So of course, I love LeBron. It's one of our brothers, but he getting paid and he work for the people. I seen him with the Jewish, the crippledated Jewish man holding his hand like, come on, little boy.
Stop it.
Come on, little boy.
Stop How you put it? Y'all better come on, do some of this Jewish money. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Jewish man. Come on, man.
He worked for them.
He works for them.
But they're gonna glorify the single parent home.
Yeah.
They're gonna raise up the mother, but he wouldn't be here without his father. You think them genetics came from his mother? Tupac mama lied to him. His daddy was there when he got shot. A mother had a lot of control of what goes on in Babylon. But the father, I've seen a lot of good fathers have to go through a lot of stuff. But once again, when you bring that thing back around, you can't blame the man.
Well, maybe it's the confusion that, you know, y'all keep saying Babylon, you keep saying Babylon, but Nimrod, he was a black man over it. You know what I'm saying, right?
Get it out.
Bring that thing out. Bring,
Psalms 137.
Psalms 137 and 1.
We gonna do a class on this too.
Yeah. If you got the GNT,
It's the same.
it's the same thing, but it's a little bit different.
Oh yeah. Say, I read it out. I read it because it do. I like what it's saying.
Yeah. And it's gonna go from, you're gonna hear all about people's life in this one little short chapter. Everything we talking about.
What we talking about? We finna hear for the ones who go for this. This King David, right? He's singing this. But for the ones who go for this is the ones who they gonna bring up the single parent home and stuff. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon.
By the rivers of what?
By the rivers of Babylon.
Uh-huh.
We sat down.
We sit down.
There we wept when we remembered Zion.
When we remember our homeland, how good we had it. We began to start crying, boy.
On the willows nearby,
Uh-huh.
we hung up our harps. Those who captured us told us to sing.
Wait, hold on. Say that again, D.
Those who captured us told us to sing.
Michael Jackson, Lil Dane, Lil Richard, all these people who bagged them in their singing. The Jewish people, right? Okay, they wanted us to sing them a song here in Babylon. Read on.
They told us to entertain them.
You mean football, basketball, wrestling,
Shut
all
up
these
and
things?
dribble.
Get dribble that ball, nigga, and shut your mouth. What the NBA say? Nigga better apologize. You know what I'm saying? So come on, football is the greatest entertainment. They even measure the niggas out like they used to do slaves. Read on.
Sing us a song about Zion.
Sing us a song about Zion, but how can we sing about Zion in this wicked ass place when we talking about I want to go screw my best friend's bean, and I want to kill a nigga. That's all negative talk. You know what I'm saying? Read.
How can we sing a song to the Lord in a foreign land?
Are we in a foreign land?
Yeah.
Huh? What's that land called? Babylon. Bring it out, bro. Is that what I'm liking, Rito?
May I never be able to play the harp again.
I can't play no harp over here. I can't sing no song over here about Zion. When I'm in this captivity, Rito,
If I forget you, Jerusalem.
I got to remember Jerusalem.
You
I got to remember where I came from. I got to remember what the law, statutes, and commandments was about. I got to remember how to love my brother.
Now look at the Hebrew music.
Yes.
When we remember Jerusalem.
All kind of music, good music out there now. Because what happened? We remembering where we came from. Read on.
May I never be able to sing again if I do not remember you.
Ain't no use me rapping about that there in this area. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't remember the Most High, I'm gonna keep on dissing my people. I'm gonna bring them down. But when I remember Him, like Deacon just said, look at all the Hebrew songs now. You know what I'm saying? Talking about taking us back to Zion, all these good things, right?
If I do not think of you as my greatest joy.
He's got to be great Jordan. Watch this here, y'all. Listen very close.
Remember, Lord, what the Edomites.
Who did?
What the Edomites.
The Edomites. What does Babylon and Edomites got to do with each other?
Everything.
That goes to show us that it's not the old Babylon with King Nimrod. This Babylon is a new Babylon where we at now. Okay, read on.
What the Edomites did the day Jerusalem was captured. Remember how they kept saying, tear it down to the ground.
Tear it down to the ground, every bit of it. Get them niggas. I can't stand them niggas. Them niggas daddy stole my daddy's inheritance.
That's what they lying about. That's what they
And
still lying about.
They still lying to this day. Even in the churches, they tell this same
Tell me them
lie.
Edomites. They still telling that lie.
Yeah.
Just like Ishmael trying to lie.
Yeah. Bishop Jake come out. Oh, I'm an Israelite too. You know, my family from the background. But then, this is what get me about this nigga. That nigga went to break down Esau and Jacob. And that man, I mean, I've never, if you saw that video, man, you would never even think, even just to use him for a prop, to ever use Bishop, look at Bishop Jakes again. That nigga just messed the scriptures up, lied, talking about Jacob was supposed to be first, talking about his name mean trickster, and all this different stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Jacob didn't trick Esau according to the scriptures. Say Esau came and said, yeah, my birthright ain't no good to me, no way. You know what I'm saying? Just give me some of that steak that you just put on the grill that says, you know what I'm saying? Read.
Remember, Lord, what the Edomites did the day Jerusalem was captured. Remember how they kept saying, tear it down to the ground. Babylon, you will be destroyed.
Babylon, you will be destroyed.
So when it's saying, come out of her, my people, it's talking about these people we dealing with.
Come out of their philosophies, come out of their way of living. Stop. The Bible tells us that he that desires to be rich falls into the same traps as the devils. Look at these devils. When they get rich, what do? And when they go broke, when the stock market go down, what they do? They go to the top of the World Trade Center and jump out the top floor because they can't make it no more. They don't think nothing's good gonna happen for them. Because why? Their heart is set on money. And we know who the devil is. It's the deceivers. Read on, D.
Happy are those who pay you back for what you have done to us.
Happy are those that pay your butt back. Who is the those? The Most High and his son Yahushua. Because when he come back, he's coming out of Basra. You said it. He's coming out of Basra.
And Basra is Esau.
That's right.
You will take your babies and smash them against a rock.
I'm going to be as happy as hell to cut that woman's stomach open and take her straight her goat belly and bang! Dash it up against the floor. I'm very mean.
He
very mean.
He nice like mouse.
Because they done it to our people.
Once again, I say, if somebody's uncomfortable with something from the Bible, you might want to check your spirit. This is the Most High. We ain't write this.
That's right.
It's King David. They gave our children to alligators.
That's right.
Put the kids' heads in a damn hole and start throwing baseballs at them. And God knows what else.
That's right.
We don't even want to really see it or think about it because we know how despicable these people are.
They took skin almost, we can't even say it was babies or what, they made shoes.
Forget that. I'm going to tell you what the woman president of one of them African countries said straight up. She said these people want to lecture us on human rights and they still got our people heads in jars in Europe.
Our kings, yeah, I seen that.
These people take trophies. They got Nat Turner parts all over the place. When we rebel against them, why do you think Satan was looking for Moses' body? Where'd they get it from? They were fighting over his body. They want trophies. That's why they hang the deer and antlers up. The bear, they stuff it. The lions, they stuff it. They want trophies. But these are friends. Man, the Lord say, never trust thy enemy, for his iron wrestles swords is wickedness. Our people better wake up. And this is the thing. I don't even care about him. You ain't even got to worry about him if you doing what the Most High told us to do. If we sticking together and loving each other, you don't even have to worry about Esau. But the elder just pointed out, for anybody who did not know, that when it's talking about the daughter of Babylon, or when it's talking about the Chaldeans, that it's talking about the Edomites too.
That's right.
Because that's the philosophies that they have picked up. That's when they came out of Babylon. They conquered Egypt. That's why they took on the Egyptian customs. The Greeks started taking on the gods and changing names. The Romans did the same thing, and they're doing it the same right now. But we can avoid all of that if we just do this.
That's it, D. That's it. That's it.
If we just do this. Follow Christ. He left us the example that we should follow, how we should deal with one another. So every time I see people not doing that, and they claim to be men of the Lord, there's a disappointment. Because there's more people who get trained the wrong way. I'm only talking Christ to the day I die. Because that's the light right there. That's the truth, the way, and the light. And that's no lie. Because if you look at what he did and what he said, what did he say wrong? What did he do wrong? And out of everybody in the Bible, this is the one person they want to crucify again. Our Lord and Savior, they want to paint him something else. They want to lie about what he said. They want to get mad that he's the Son of God. They get mad at us right now for saying we the Son of God. He did the same thing we doing right now.
Exactly.
He was the Son of God.
Exactly.
We the children of the Most High. That's the light that we should follow. And if we sway to the left or the right, we going off. It's not hard. All we got to do is love on one another. The same way we love our children, same way we love our brothers, same way we love our wives. And if somebody get out of line, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do, because they couldn't know. And let the Lord fight the battle. I know the flesh want to fight, you ain't got to tell me. The flesh want to fight.
The flesh want to go southpaw, yo. They want to go southpaw.
They say the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. Sometimes the spirit be weak and the flesh be willing. But if we trust the Most High
on the spirit.
Well, we gotta let the spirit win every time.
That's right.
Because in the battle, everybody just want to bring out the spirit, man. Period. If we chilling and having a good day, like Friday, I said, they got me messed up. You ain't bringing me out the spirit today. Satan get me behind me. I ain't falling for it. Nope. Because everything just want to get you out the spirit. Somebody want to get crunk with you, they just want to get you out the spirit. But back to the lecture at hand. To make a long story short, give me 1 Thessalonians 4:3. We can avoid the whole single parent home thing if we just listen to the Most High. And y'all to get me Sirach 19 and such and such.
I'm fine at such and such. I got you.
Read that for me, Sirach.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 3. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication.
Read that again up.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 3. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication.
Read on.
That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor, not in lust of conspicuous.
Hold on. Say that again. Not in what?
Not in the lust of conspicuous.
Y'all know lust covers a big ground now. Lust ain't just after sex. Lust ain't just being after another woman, or lusting after another woman or a man. Lust carries a lot. You can lust for money. Okay? Is the money the root to evil? No, it's the love of it is. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. You can lust after shoes, you can lust after your car, you can lust after taking your car to a car wash constantly, cleaning it up, and then you all dirty inside. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. Lust covers a great big field. Read that again, huh?
Not in the lust of concupiscence.
Concupiscence. That's a big old area. Read on.
Even as the Gentiles, which know not God, that no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter, because the Lord is the avenger of all such, as we also have forewarned you and testified. For God hath not called us unto uncleanliness, but unto holiness. He therefore that despise not man, but God, who hath also given unto us his Holy Spirit. But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for you yourselves are taught of God to love one another. And indeed,
that's it right there. That's it right there. We don't need to do as these heathens do. This place is filled with lust.
That's right.
And it's meant for us to fall into it. And while we lusting over our women, and women dressing provocatively, and then men choosing a woman by that, then getting a baby by her and making single parent homes, because we supposed to prove a friend.
That's right.
We used to court the women. Women used to get courted.
Boy, I forgot that word even existed.
You know what I'm saying? That's a shame.
Except that I was going to get some time put on it. And on the court, I remember.
And we're going to end this on this one. Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. That go for the women, and that go for the men. Or else you're going to get yourself in a situation that's not going to be conducive for you, for her, for him, and for the children. All we got to do is listen to the Most High.
That's it.
He warning us. He warning us. And we just have to teach our children. Because we all going to go through some stuff. We all going to do some stuff. We all done did some stuff. But what we can do better is teach the children better. And with that, I say all praise to the Most High God in the name of His Holy Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Hallelujah!
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 Come Yasharah!
Oh, Yasharah!
Just because you made me go to Rock 19, you're going to read verse 19 and 18. Because with my children being present, I think this is important.